Hello, guys, and welcome to the Superhero Program. This is the most effective and the easiest program to build muscle and shred. Now, in any other program that I've ever tried, I've always found a plateau, I've always found a dip in my energy levels. But this program will have you get big, strong, hard, and strip all the fat from your body. This program will ensure that when you're walking on the road, you walk with tremendous amounts of confidence. You walk with all the eyeballs gazing at you. Girls would want to be with you, guys would want to be like you. You're going to transform yourself into one of those superheroes that you only imagined and visualized that you could be. This program will help you get lean, hard muscle within 12 weeks. It's the easiest program by far available all over the world. I can guarantee you on that. Everybody wants to be associated and everybody wants to be accompanied with somebody who drives and shows extreme amounts of confidence, and you would be that someone that everyone is looking for. You would be that somebody who is walking down the street with absolute confidence because you have mastered what others have failed to master. Everybody has a gym membership and everybody has been trying to get the perfect physique. But when you do things that I have found out over the last 16 years, stacked one over the other, these principles, these habits, when they work together, they will give you the easiest program and the best body that every guy is going to the gym for but failing to get. This will help you get there in the simplest way possible. This principle is the Superhero Program. The workouts over here, the workouts are extremely simple. We're going to be doing a lot of compound movements, we're going to be building a lot of strength, and we're going to be doing the right volume for natural bodybuilders, for natural weightlifters. Because when you're on steroids, when you're taking anabolic drugs, you can probably push the volume really high because you will recover really fast. But when you're a natural, when you don't want to burn yourself out, you need to keep your volume really definite. You need to keep the volume really precise, because if you start loading up your volume, you will create a lot of damage on your CNS, your central nervous system. You will not recover in time, which means you will not be strong enough or you won't be fresh enough to lift heavier. On this program, I want you to be crushing your PRs, your personal records every session. You have to try to lift heavier every session. That's the only way to progress. That's the only way alphas are, right? So you have to try to lift heavier every session, and the only way to do that is take a day rest. Because if you don't take that day off, you will not be fresh enough. That is why we kept the training volume very easy. We kept the training frequency very simple, and you have to stick to this protocol. After a month, you will start seeing results. Now, if somebody is already at 15% body fat, after a couple of months, you will start seeing yourself in peak shape. You will be like, I don't need phase 3. But phase 3 is the most important part. When you do phase 3, you will actually start popping up and start getting bigger at the end of the entire program. So you have to stick to the entire program. A lot of people have done this program 2 times. I've actually seen people do this for 6 months straight, where they finished 1, 2, 3 phases and then again gone back to phase 1 and finished the 3 phases again. So it's completely up to you wherever you are at your current body state. But I really want you to do this program if you want to get big and lean and hard like the superheroes. Now, accountability plays a very big factor in this program, because you want to make sure that you're doing everything right. There will be days where you feel like, am I doing the right thing? There will be days where you feel like, am I getting the right progress? That's where you have to keep weighing yourself on a daily basis. I really encourage weighing yourself on a daily basis, because it just helps you understand whether or not you're doing it right. Because sometimes you end up cutting your calories too much. On this program, you don't need to cut your calories that much. You just have to be in a 300 calorie, 400 calorie deficit, and that's more than enough. If you start cutting too much, then you start digging into your muscles, and then that's not what we want. You start looking skinny fat. If you keep it very close to your maintenance level, then you won't lose the body fat at the rate where you want you to. If you start doing HIIT again and again, or a lot of cardio again and again you start looking skinny fat. So just follow whatever we are telling you. Be accountable to your coaches. Make sure that you weigh in daily. You take your measurements on a week-on-week basis, and you take progress photos on a monthly basis. When you do this, you can actually compare everything. You can compare your progress and keep in touch, because this will make sure that you are progressing over the entire phase and you're getting stronger. Because not only will you get stronger, your physique, your entire body will transform into one of these superheroes. And I keep repeating the word superhero because that's what you feel like, that's what you will look like. People will start confusing you for active superheroes, and that's where you're headed. In the next 12 weeks, you can expect to lose anywhere between 2 to 3% body fat every month. So that effectively translates into losing 6 to 8% body fat. And by the end of this program, you would most probably get into the single digit fat zone. Now, in the single digit body fat zone, a lot of people try to get there by getting into extreme dieting, by cutting off carbs, by cutting off salt. And that's not the right approach, because you would eventually start yo-yoing, because you would be so restrictive in the kind of foods that you consume. You would end up going on these huge binges where you consume whatever you want, and again you spill over. Now, whenever someone tries to bulk, they end up consuming a lot of calories and they start looking fat. And whenever someone tries to cut, they start doing a lot of cardio and they start looking skinny fat. On this program, you have the perfect ratio, the perfect amount of both. The absolute amount of calories that you need to bulk, the absolute amount of rest that you need to get more muscle volume, at the same time to keep you in a calorie deficit. So when you keep you in a calorie deficit, you start shrinking, you start absorbing the body fat. You don't need to do an excess amount of cardio. The cardio is going to be very simple on this program. In fact, you wouldn't even realize you're doing cardio. The exercise part is extremely simple. You're going to be lifting 3 times a week. Very, very intense sessions. The sessions will start getting more and more intense as you keep progressing in phases. And we're going to go from a principle called myofibrillar hypertrophy, that is getting lean hard muscle. And then in phase 2 and phase 3, we move to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which will start getting more muscle volume. So initially you will get dense muscle fibers, and then you'll start expanding those dense muscle fibers, which will help you get that kind of a look that every superhero has in one of those Marvel Avenger movies or the DC superhero movies. You will start looking like one of those, because your shoulders will start getting pronounced, your waist will get really tight and compact, your chest will be boxed back, your abs will be visible. I mean, you wouldn't want anything else. The key things that we are going to follow in this is myofibrillar hypertrophy, that is strength training, intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is one of the best things that I've discovered. I haven't discovered it, but I have found it to be one of the best things to burn fat and at the same time get as strong as you can, because ultimately you want to be as lean, as jacked as you can be, and at the same time be as powerful. Now, nobody I've ever met has ever complained of being strong or being powerful. On this program, you're going to get so powerful. You're going to be lifting heavier, probably heaviest in the gym. You're going to be looking really lean, really sharp, and your face is going to be chiseled. You're going to be packed with energy throughout the day. There are so many benefits of this program. I can't wait for you to get started.